This is Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.
I shudder thinking how the world can be so cruel. I lend my voice to those who care. It's time we try, it's time we care, it's time we stand. It starts with a voice.
Welcome to the Special Chronicles podcast. My name is Danielle Smrokowski. I'm the founder of Special Chronicles, a Southern Shriver Global Messenger alum with Special Olympics, an EnergyForce ambassador with ComEd, and among many other titles. Our website, specialchronicles.com, where you can stream archives of over 750 episodes absolutely for free. And follow Special Chronicles on social media, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Again, specialchronicles.com. This week on the Special Chronicles podcast and our ComEd EnergyForce series, season 7, part 4, I believe it is. Our guests are Carla, the Senior Marketing Specialist at ComEd, and Danielle, the Senior Program Manager for the Energy Efficiency Retail Program at ComEd, because this topic today is all about Energy Efficiency Retail Program at ComEd. And right off the bat, I just want to let all of you listening, if you hear my nose constantly, I'm dealing with allergies this past weekend, and so that's why the beginning of this podcast, my nose is sounding a little different. So hopefully you guys we can all work through that reality of allergies and with the spring time that we have. But please put your virtual hands together as we welcome Danielle and Carla on Special Chronicles. Welcome.
Thanks, Daniel. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to have you both on the program. And I had to put that little kind of nose allergy disclaimer at the beginning of the program, but it's good to have you both on. And for those of, this is the first time that we met, and for those of you that want to kind of actually see the first time that we met, that 15-minute pre-show, if you guys go and donate on specialchronicles.com/give, either monthly or one-time donation, you can get access to that pre-show today. And where we break down that fourth wall. But with that, why don't you both introduce yourself to our listeners and tell us about your role at ComEd?
Yeah, I can start us off. My name is Danielle Munroe, and I'm the Senior Program Manager for the retail offering.
And my name is Schwer, and I'm the Senior Marketing Specialist supporting the retail offering.
Awesome. So you guys all the perfect guests to have on the program. And this is, I've been an EnergyForce, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the EnergyForce Ambassador Program at ComEd, but are you guys familiar with?
High level.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been an EnergyForce Ambassador. This is the 7th year that Special Chronicles it has been partnering with the ComEd and the ComEd EnergyForce Ambassador Program. So for those, and of this, I say that to say that even now, 7 years later, still learning about new ways that ComEd is helping the community with energy and solar efficiency. And so this particular energy efficiency retail is a new topic that I'm learning about for the first time, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners will. And that's the amazing thing about this podcast series is that even a lot of our listeners are learning about these new topics, these new programs, these new offerings that ComEd has. So with that, because this is the first time that and I'm sure for some of our listeners, it is too, hearing about this program. So can you both of us briefly tell us what is the Energy Efficiency Retail Program?
Yeah, absolutely. And first off, thank you, Daniel, for inviting us on the show to speak about it. We're very excited. This is our first time podcasting, and we are so impressed by your channel and everything that you're doing. We were just blown away by the amount of topics that you cover, and it's in kind of a short spurt where you can get all the need to know details in one episode. So we really enjoyed watching back a handful of your episodes and excited for more to come. So congrats on everything you're doing. It's very impressive. So for the energy efficiency retail offering, our customers can get rebates and instant discounts on energy efficient products and appliances. So from smaller appliances such as advanced power strips, dehumidifiers, air purifiers, to larger appliances like clothes washers, electric clothes dryers, and heat pump dryers, there's a rebate or discount available. So by selecting an energy efficient product, customers can save money on operating costs without sacrificing the performance. And it helps when we have these rebates and discounts available to them. So to get an instant discount, all the customer has to do is visit their local participating retail store and look for the ComEd lower price sticker to save. And the discount that is applied is shown at the register, so they don't have to do anything. It's just they'd go to the cashier, they'd scan the product, and then the price shown includes the discount that we have. So, and then for a rebate, they simply purchase the qualifying appliance, install it, and then they apply for a rebate.
Awesome. Danielle, did you want to add anything from your perspective?
No, Kara pretty much covered it. I think this program is really interesting because it's really geared for any ComEd residential customers who want their home to be more energy efficient and customers who also want to save money by making changes in their home. And we offer, like Kara said, small products to large appliances. So we really have you covered, like, depending on whatever kind of house project you're working on. And I really like to emphasize the small home products because I don't think most people realize how impactful even small, low-cost options like weatherization products, for example, can make such a big difference in your home and your energy bill.
Awesome. I love that. And you asked the next question that I was going to bring up about who the program is geared for, and it seems like a lot of you had mentioned the local retailers. Is this also connected? I believe, and I forgot which episode this was and which year this episode aired, but I might have been last year where we talked about the ComEd marketplace. Is this what Kara, you had talked about the ComEd lower price sticker? Is this also connected with the ComEd marketplace as well?
Yes, it is. The same products that we offer in a retailer like the Home Depot, for example, we mirror those rebates and incentives on our ComEd marketplace as well. So you can get the same discounts virtually at, our marketplace or like a brick and mortar store. Awesome.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a short break. Our listeners probably hear hopefully some background music coming up, and we will be right back. And just want to let all of you listeners know that support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. Please join our supporters with a monthly or one-time donation so we can operate our studio and continue our mission, giving respect and voice to people with disabilities. Visit specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give to donate today and access our Special Chronicles Plus behind-the-scenes podcast bonus content and to help support the show. And with that, we're going to move into now talking about the energy efficiency savings. And can you both kind of share with us what if, I'm sure a lot of our listeners, you would kind of, again, this piggybacks on the last segment that you had talked about the lower price sticker, the ComEd lower price stickers. So what if someone is on a budget? We talk about that, of what if someone is on a budget?
Absolutely. A lot of our customers are on a budget. We offer rebates and discounts to help bring down the cost to cover the incremental cost for the energy efficient products. So these energy efficient products will help customers save on their energy bills. And we also offer higher rebate amounts and deeper discounts for eligible customers to help with the cost of those products. So eligibility is determined by household income, among other qualifiers. And to learn if you're eligible, you can check out comed.com/eligible. And I'll provide that link to you too, so we can include it in the show notes.
Awesome. And I'll also include that in the both in the show notes, and as well as if for all of you listening, if you go to specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce, or on specialchronicles.com/ComEd. So we'll have all these resources links in multiple places for all of you listening. What stores, you had mentioned the as well as in the previous segment about the retail stores. What stores offered, and again, when you talked about the retail stores, I was actually thinking about this question I was thinking about this question already. What stores offer discounts on the energy efficient products that you had mentioned?
Yeah, so we have nearly 1,000 participating retailers in the ComEd service territory. So anything from big box retailers like Apt or the Home Depot to smaller stores like Salvation Army, Dollar Tree, and Goodwill. We have kind of a slew of products at a little bit of, just different variety of those types of stores. We do have a list of our participating retailers on our website. So you can use that to find a retailer near you. And like Daniel said, we'll provide the links. You can plug that into this episode. And at this site, you'll also be able to see the list of discounted products that we offer, and then, where they kind of correlate in the retailers. So if you're looking for weatherization, for example, you'll know, hey, I need to go to Home Depot or Lowe's over like a Best Buy maybe. And then like Kara had mentioned earlier, you can look for the ComEd lower price sticker at our participating retailers. And the price shown will include the ComEd discount, or there will be some sort of material that will tell you how to apply for the rebate post-purchase.
Awesome. And I'm sure for a lot of our listeners, we don't want you to lose on a lot of these savings. So like you said, these links we're going to provide you in a nice, easy way in the show notes for this episode. So speaking of the energy efficiency products, as well as the discounts, can you talk a little bit more about the energy efficiency products that you offer rebates and discounts on?
Sure. So I had mentioned that there was a large variety, and one of the items that we offer a discount on are our Energy Star air purifiers. So Danielle, because you're suffering from allergies too, this might be one that your ears perk up at, because these are great to have in the home. They help remove fine particles such as dust and pollen from indoor air. And the Energy Star air purifiers are over 25% more efficient than standard models. So that's really important to have. And it helps when there's a rebate or a discount applied to it, making it even more affordable. Another product customers can get a rebate or discount on is our Energy Star dehumidifier. So these deliver savings on energy bills without sacrificing performance, features, and comfort, while protecting the environment by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. A dehumidifier that has earned the Energy Star label, which are the types that we incent or offer a rebate on, they use efficient refrigeration coils, compressors, and fans to remove the same amount of moisture as a similarly sized conventional unit, but it uses 13% less energy. And in other words, to give you kind of an idea of how much of an impact that makes, the annual energy saved by one of these models could power your Energy Star refrigerator for nearly 2 months. So it really does make a big difference. And having a rebate or a discount applied really helps too. I'll kick it over to Danielle to talk about a couple of the other products.
Yeah, thanks, Kara. Another appliance that qualifies for a rebate is the Energy Star clothes washers. And for some context, an average family washes about 300 loads of laundry each year, which is obviously a lot and really adds up, especially in terms of your energy bill. An Energy Star clothes washer uses about 20% less energy and 30% less water than a regular washer does. So again, this makes a really big difference when you're trying to save energy and when you're thinking about the environment too. And then I'm going to add another shameless plug for the weatherization products because I personally love those. But weatherizing your home also really helps you save money by saving energy, and it can also improve the comfort of your home, no matter the season. So whether leaks are letting hot air inside during the warmer months or letting in drafts during the cooler season, one of the quickest energy and money saving tasks you can do is caulk, seal, and weather strip all the cracks and large openings in your home to the outside. Air tends to take the path of least resistance, so you should aim to seal all the big holes first to really notice the biggest difference. We do offer in-store instant discount on caulking, door sweeps, door seals, spray foam insulation, and weather stripping. That's our weatherization suite, as we like to call it. And again, you can check out your local participating retailers for that instant discount, which will be applied at the time of your purchase.
Awesome. I love that you both covered all different types of products, and speaking in particular of the weatherization and the caulk and the seal. There was I was telling you both in the pre-show that I was at the Switch on Summer event this past weekend, and I just had a customer asking me about because I don't know if you've been at any of the events, but we've got these tablets, I guess, that show the different energy efficiency offerings that come in has, and a customer was I was supposed to say passenger, the customer. Different job. A customer was asking me about that, and I honestly didn't know, and so now I'll be able to kind of tell them and point them to this episode if they want to learn more. But also, so that's one thing that kind of stuck to the top of my mind. One product that I think is really important. And then for people like Danielle, yourself, and myself, and I'm sure there's other of our listeners that have allergies, the air profiles will. And is that someone that can both, whether you own a home or you are renting an apartment, like where my studio is right now, can that apply to either if you own your home or condo, or if you are renting an apartment? Can that apply to that as well?
Yeah, and so Danielle lives in a home, I live in an apartment, and we both have air purifiers. And so it doesn't matter if you rent or own, it doesn't matter if you have a single family, multifamily. It's eye-opening too when you go to clean the filter and you see, wow, this was in my air and this is what it removed, and I don't want to be breathing this in. So it's really eye-opening, and you realize that you're doing the right thing by getting an Energy Star air purifier. Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely can relate to all that when you clean out the air filters of your home. So I'm sure now a lot of our listeners are going to be wondering, well, how can they be engaged with energy efficiency? And so we're going to get to that after another short break to thank one of our partners, ComEd, which is the whole that this podcast, this Energy Force series is produced along with, or co-produced along with, and so we will be right back when we let you know that support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program, the country's first energy and solar efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's specialchronicles.com/ComEd. ComEd is really helping to power and keep the lights on in the studio, and they can help you as well. You can learn more again, specialchronicles.com/ComEd. And with that, speaking of how our listeners can be engaged with energy efficiency, and again, I'm as the host, I guess I'm kind of speaking on behalf of our listeners here. So just imagine thousands of our listeners are right in front of our kind of virtual studio, or in their earbuds, or watching on their TVs, or phones, or however people are listening or watching this podcast, all different ways to listen and watch this program. But how can I apply for a rebate?
Great question. And I know we've talked about a couple different ways today, so I'll lay them out for you so that they're very clear. So there's a variety of ways that you can apply for a rebate. Whether you want to apply online or print out an application, there's a lot of options. So once you've purchased your qualifying appliance and installed it, you can apply for a rebate at comed.com/appliance, where you'll fill out information within a rebate portal and submit it online. Then give it 4 to 6 weeks to receive a check in the mail. You could also print the rebate application and complete it and mail it in or email it in. Or if applying for a rebate isn't for you, there's a variety of our products that qualify for an instant coupon, which can be redeemed at the retailer, or the instant in-store discount that we talked about, where you can look for the ComEd lower price sticker at participating retailers around you. And that's when that discount is applied at checkout, and you simply scan the product and the total includes the discount. So to learn about all of these different ways to save and the products that we offer, you can visit comed.com/appliance. And once you click on whatever product you're interested in, it'll show you the different ways that you can save on it. So that's pretty much the recap for all the different ways that you can save.
Awesome. And again, just like the other links that you mentioned, for those of you listening, if you guys are driving in your car, we don't want you to get in an accident, or even if you're walking, or we want you to be safe when you are listening to this podcast. So whenever you get safely to where you're going, then look down in the show notes and you'll find a link. But in addition to the experts that you both are, of course, our listeners are listening to 2 experts right now on this podcast. How can our listeners engage with other experts to learn even more about the rebates and discounts that are available?
Yeah, so we host in-store engagement events where customers can go to the event at the retailer and chat with one of our experts to learn more about our EE products. So these events take place throughout the month at various participating retail locations. You can look for, we have a little booth that we set up with some really fun marketing materials that are informative. So you can catch one of our experts there. Sometimes they're wandering the aisles, looking at the products, and are there to bridge the gap if you have any questions. You can find more information about these events posted on our website at comed.com/retail.
Awesome. And just like the other links, we'll include that link. It looks like this episode,
Lots of links.
Again, if for those of you listening, if you go on specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce or /ComEd, or just in the show notes for this episode, but in particular, specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce, which is the podcast page for this series. We're going to soon have a catalog of the most useful links that will to help you all listening audience save when it comes to energy efficiency, when it comes to solar, and again, it's a win-win for ComEd. It's a win-win for you, the listening audience as well. I'm speaking on behalf of the listeners. I'm in the market for energy efficient. I'm in the market for energy efficient appliances and want to compare models. Can you help with that?
Sure. We have a great online tool that can help you compare products, models, and a variety of appliances. And it can be tough when you're shopping for an energy efficient appliance and you don't really know where to start. It might be overwhelming to you. There's a lot of information out there. Even for us who work in the field, it can be overwhelming. So we understand that customers might need a little extra information or a place where they can go that houses everything that they want to inform themselves before they purchase an appliance. So the tool that I mentioned is called the ComEd Efficient Choice Tool, and it allows you to compare appliances by price, features, retailer, energy efficiency score, and customer reviews. And this is helpful because instead of just comparing an upfront or purchase cost for an appliance, you can look at all these different details to figure out what is the best fit for me. And if you look for the green rebate button to see if it's a product that qualifies for one of our rebates, you could save even more. The link for the site is going to be added to our catalog that we just talked about, and it's comed.efficientchoice.com. And I can send it over so that we include it, but it's a really cool way to be able to compare appliances and products to see what is the best fit for you when you are making that purchase decision.
Awesome. I think you guys might win the episode for the most resource links on this.
There's so much good information we have to share.
Hopefully all of you listening are gonna visit. That's why we're gonna make it nice and easy for all of you listening. Just to go to the podcast page for this series, specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce, to find all of these resource links. And with that, we're gonna just take one final break before we get to the final thoughts. Support for Special Chronicles comes from United Airlines Bridge Disability Business Resource Group, connecting people of all abilities. Learn more on United's commitment to disability inclusion for employment and travel at specialchronicles.com/United. specialchronicles.com/United. And with that, I think that for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, go check out the video on our YouTube. I think I need to update that graphic. I'm wearing a mask in the graphic. That was also taken during the pandemic. And you know what? I thought you should talk to somebody from the graphics team at United to see if we can get an updated. Because I didn't design that unified look graphic, so I have to. I think we need to work on talking to some people to see if we can get that updated. Otherwise, it'll just bring back memories for everybody of the. So with that, we're about out of time, but if you could recap all of the catalog of resources. If there was maybe one top, we'll include links to all the resources that you mentioned. But if there was one top resource link that you could provide our listeners, what would that be? comed.com/appliance has everything that you need. It has all of the products, all of the ways to save. So you should be covered there, but we'll include all of the secondary, for lack of a better term. We'll include that as well. Again, that's comed.com/appliance is the main one. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, we'll also include all the other links as well. And again, for those of you listening in, you can visit the podcast page for this series at specialchronicles.com/EnergyForce, right? below if you're watching the video. Otherwise, the links will be in the description below, wherever you are listening to this, whether you're listening on SpecialChronicles.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, those links will be there. Before we get to the final question, we'll add about 30 minutes, so it is about time to wrap up this episode. Any final thoughts on your overall time here today on the Special Chronicles podcast and our EnergyForce series?
This was so fun. I loved it.
Yes.
It was a blast. We really appreciate you inviting us on. Now we have to work on more things and more projects and programs that you invite us on to talk about another topic.
Yes.
You have to talk with Isabel from the marketing team to see what, like, ask her about any topics that you think of, like, bring those to her, because this EnergyForce series, we co-produced that with the marketing team. So yeah.
So I gotta stay on her good side then too.
Yeah.
Good side. But I'm sure when she listens to this episode, it will hopefully she will you can stay on her good side then. So with that, and I can try to put in a good word too as well. So with that, we got one final question, and let's go ahead and roll that bumble.
We're not just athletes.
We are the ambassadors of an uprising, peaceful protesters
in a rebellion against anyone
who has a fear of difference. Difference. Our demands are
Equality.
Dignity, and the recognition of our shared humanity.
We will not stop
or accept anything less.
Today, our world is
More divided than ever. And coming together has never been more urgent.
The revolution is inclusion. Find out more at jointherevolution.org.
Well, since I attended the 2019 Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi, I've been including all the guests with this final question, but I'm going to put an energy efficiency retail spin to this final question and ask you both, and you can both answer it or half answer it. I mean, like, take turns answering it. But what does inclusive energy efficiency retail mean to you?
I love this question. It means savings for our customers, making energy efficient options accessible to all of our customers. Bigger picture, it means a brighter, cleaner future. And we're really proud to be part of this mission.
Awesome. Well, we're proud to partner with ComEd to offer our listeners this easy, snack-sized chunk of information that hopefully, I know I learned new things about energy efficiency retail. I'm sure a lot of our listeners will as well. And so with that, just a few plugs at the end as we wrap up. You can support for Special support for we're not editing this out. This is realistic. Support for Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. Please join our supporters with a monthly or one-time donation to help us operate our studio and continue our mission, giving respect and voice to people with disabilities through the media. You can access our Special Chronicles Plus podcasts, our behind-the-scenes bonus content, specialchronicles.com/give to donate today. And we've got a merchandise store. You can show your support for Special Chronicles, which is managed by Outshine Labels. We have T-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs. I'm not wearing it today because we have to be on hand. But it is our Disabled Voices Matter line of merch. 60%, that's 60% of the profits will go back to Special Chronicles. Visit specialchronicles.com/shop. Specialchronicles.com/shop. And you can tap that follow button right now, wherever you're listening, you guys, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Go ahead and tap that follow button. You know you want to do it. Go tap that follow button right now, and you won't miss a new episode that drops weekly. Every Monday, a new episode drops. And remember to keep following the Special Chronicles podcast, specialchronicles.com for our newsletter. You You can stream our archives of over 750 episodes absolutely for free, and to follow Special Chronicles on social media, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Our guests have been Kayla and Danielle, talking all about energy efficiency retail. Thank you again, Kayla and Danielle, for coming on the Special Chronicles podcast.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
Danielle.
having
It was
me.
so fun.
Yeah, this was
And-
great.
Awesome. And you guys stay tuned next week. We will hopefully have one of the new EnergyForce organizations on, shining abilities, as well as new topics every Monday. So come back next week, same time, same place. We're going to choose to include, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Special Chronicles podcast. Our podcast was produced by Danielle Smrokowski on the Special Chronicles Network. Follow Special Chronicles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Subscribe, rate, and review Special Chronicles on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our website, specialchronicles.com, where you can stream our archives of over 500 episodes for absolutely for free. Also, there's a list of our favorites, original series, award-winning columns, and blogs. And sign up for our newsletter to receive exclusive bonus content delivered to your inbox. Again, specialchronicles.com. Special Chronicles is hosted by Podbean Podcast Hosting. Our live streams are powered by StreamYard. Thanks, as always, to our business manager, Adam Smrokowski, who always encourages us to never give up. I'm Danielle Smrokowski, back next week with more stories.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.